in business, clearly making the right decisions is very, very important. In sport, decisions have to be made under immense pressure. How did you ensure that you were best positioned, Carl, to make the right decisions under pressure?
Yeah, so for this one, I do think there would be a slightly different answer for each personality, or each position, or each role, whatever they play. For me, I personally didn't feel right unless I'd trained every day that week. I hated any injuries that stopped you missing a day, just because I always felt that if you'd gone out there and done the practice, it doesn't mean I worked so hard every single session I was crawling in there, but I just felt if I stayed in that environment and did everything systematically through the week, I felt prepared to go into the game or whatever it was, and do that. Some other players would have, they were all about analysis, and they would happily spend hours in front of the computer watching, the same old play every time, and I can think of a few that spring to mind right now, and that I'm not saying it wouldn't have worked for me, but I was happy with the level I was doing, and then making sure I got my physical work done. And other players would be completely the other way around. But I think that the key, or whatever you call it, the underlying factor to that is making sure that whatever it is you have to do leading up to whatever the performance event is, or the goal you're achieving is, that you do go through the process to get there, whatever that process be, and not just going through not just sort of wandering through it, or just letting motion happen, but to actually take charge of that motion. And whatever A to B is to C to Z to Z for you is make sure you do them and do each one correctly. And if you can go through that process, when you get to the end, whether it be succeed or fail, you will have done everything to get there, and you can be like, well, I got that right. Then I can go to the extra phase, the nth degree of looking back at those phases and being like, what could I have done better had I failed? But yeah, if you get to Z and know that you missed out 5 or 6 points along the way, then you can't really look at it and then say I should have succeeded there. It's dumb luck if you have. So, for me, process.
Focus on the process, not the outcome. Reflect and learn from experiences.
Should you fail?
Should you fail? And of course, if you succeed,
even if you
do
succeed,
it again,
try and do it better, every time. But and that's going to be a little bit organic as well, because as you do think, it could be a different outcome you're looking to achieve, therefore a different process, or like you say, your process could have hit a bit of a speed bump along the way, and you're like, next week I'm going to get that right, or next time I do this I'm going to get that right. So always reflect back. But for me, if there's a process there for a reason, do it to the best of your ability, whatever that may be.
Sound advice.